Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another live stream. Yeah, before moving to texturing the other thing, I just wanna add a couple of things to this. What I wanna do is actually no. Let's start with the. So I'm gonna what I'll be doing is switching between the two, like I did on Friday, where shit. Wait, I think I forgot to do something. Shit. Okay, so yeah, what I'll be doing is just switching between the this carbon fiber texture and the texturing of the this uh whatever you call it. So yeah, I'm first gonna start with this one because not the carbon fiber. I'm gonna start with the painting and then come back to the carbon fiber once I feel that the computer is running heavily, I guess. Let me just play some music. All right. So on this one, we were actually doing the rust area. Let's see. Yeah, it's quite slow. I think it's this piece. These pieces are the last pieces where I'll actually be doing any hand painting. The for the arm and the see, I'm not sure about the hand. For the hand and the pieces that I say will be carbon fiber. So I'm not sure if the hand should be carbon fiber as well. I think it's gonna be too much, but I'm not sure. Actually, we'll just see as I continue, I guess. But I do know that the carbon fiber is something that has to be added to the areas where I say it will look like there's heat, so it's better to have carbon fiber on it, I think. Also painting the other side. Wait, remember? Wow, this it's it's heating up so fast that it's what is it? Face set only, or what was it? No, only front. Okay, I've already set that. I was thinking that I was not, it was not set, but it is selected. Because it was selecting this, brushing on that area as well. Anyways, guys, how was your weekend? Honestly, mine was, I guess, just a lazy weekend like any other. Yeah, a lot more lazy weekend. Like, I usually go out on weekends, but this time, you know, it's just, yeah, it was just one of those weekends where I didn't feel like going out, I guess. All right. Wow. Mondays, you know, they always feel like are days where you just feel so lost. I mean, like, I know what I have to do, but it's, you know, as of my brain is still trying to register what I have to do, you know. Hmm. Okay. I mean, even with plans, you know, you create your plans, but executing that, you know, it's just, yeah, it takes a little bit of time, I guess. All right, so I'm just gonna add a darker brown to this. One thing I noticed that, you know, when choosing you know, values to like a dark brown or something like that, you know, to use as shading or, you know, as a different value, don't just move the value up and down. You need to also move these, you know. I think I remember hearing actually something like this from, what is it, Mark Brunette or something. He said that, you know, don't just change the value up and down, you know, to create a dark value of the color you already have. Shift it as well, you know, get a different feel of it, I guess. Let it have a little bit of redness to it or a little bit of yellow to it, even though you've chosen it as a dark value, I guess. I guess it just makes, you know, everything not feel so, how can I say, like not so plain, I guess. Right. Add a couple of darker values here. Yeah, that is weird. It's looking pixelated. Or is it because I'm so close to it? But it does, you know, you can see the cubes that the vertex and the edges create, I guess. Not the cubes, the squares that the vertex and the, yeah, create, and the edges create. but it's only visible like that when you come closer. Here it's not the case actually. Seems like that piece is the one that's actually looking like that. This one looks a lot more smooth. I wonder why. I'm thinking that, you know, because what I did was add the same what do you call it? The same level of subdivision on each object. I think, you know, that's the reason why some are pixelated while others actually look okay, because not all of these had the same, you know, same number of polys, so it's obviously others needed more subdivision to it than the other ones, I guess. So this is starting to go slow, so I'm just gonna spend like probably an hour on this and then switch to that one, and maybe about, you know, 15 minutes on the other one, because I want to finish this one a lot faster, I guess, you know. And I know that coloring is taking so long, you know, it takes a lot more for me to color things than just doing procedural textures. Actually, you know, unless if I'm struggling with a procedural texture, then that's a different story. But if it's a procedural texture that you know, I'm not experimenting on or something new, then yeah, it doesn't take that long, especially if I've done it so many times, I guess. But you know, keep forgetting about, you know, these days I'm so busy, like, and the thing is, not even doing something that I feel like I should be, you know, too busy to be forgetting other things, you know. Like the other day I was just you know, just writing things, I guess, and you know, because I'm busy writing, you know, like a story or something like that, you know, you tend to forget other things that, you know, that you have planned, I guess, because, you know, I always enjoy watching YouTube videos where you learn something new from it, I guess. Whether it's procedural textures or anything, that isn't you learning it, but you're not learning it for the purpose of a project. Like sometimes when you learn something just because you just feel that it might be needed at some point. During that time, I feel that it's when I learn a lot, rather than when I'm doing it for an actual project. Because when that happens, it's you're doing it for the purpose, but after that you really don't go back to it and think about what you've just learned, I guess.
I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this
Wow,
town.
it's slow.
And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days.
I'm just gonna save this again, hoping that okay, it's not responding. Because for me, I feel like when you're bored, and you use that bored energy to learn something new, that's when you learn a lot. Like, I mean, whenever I'm not bored and I try and learn something, I know that I'm gonna easily forget that, because I'm not too focused on it. I'm focused on whatever task that I was actually doing, like, so if I stop that task and tell myself, okay, I'm gonna learn something new, it's not the same as when you're bored and you tell yourself, okay, I'm bored now, let me learn something new. Like, for me, I just feel that when you learn something new while you're bored, like, and honestly, to be bored, it means you need to prevent yourself from actually searching for anything that might make things interesting for you. Like I know it's it's difficult to do such a thing. It's not easy, it's like telling a person who's scrolling on their phone, not to scroll on their phone. That's, especially when it's become a habit, it's not something that you can just do, like, at the top of just because it's something that you have to try and do every day, to get used to the feeling of being bored. And that's what I've been trying. And the funny thing, it's working, but it only works when, like, I'm not eating, because when I'm eating, that's when all of these things that I made sure that not to watch, or do anything to get to look at them. they just all come back rushing in my head. Oh shit, I'm missing out on this. Oh, I'm missing out on that. You know. But the thing about learning, learning new things is sometimes we don't really ask the right questions, as to we assume. Because one thing for me, like that I was never aware of is the fact that I always thought, I knew whatever subject that was taught. I always felt that I knew it because I felt that I understood the topic, right? But until I watched a video that said that if you don't know how to explain something, then it means you don't know the subject, and then that's when I started to realize that it's not that I know the subject completely, I just know how to. I started realizing that I know how to do something, but okay, I don't really understand it, like knowing how to do something and understanding sometimes is not the same. I think I feel like what can I say, like let's take math, right? Okay, not math, I'm trying to what can I say, like, oh okay, let's take creating a character, right? For creating a character, one thing I understand is how things look, but if someone like let's say I'm creating the bicep of the character, I understand, I know the form of it, right? But if someone were to ask me why is it that the bicep is like that, that's something that I feel like I would not be able to explain. I'm just gonna say, well, that's how the body is shaped, and that's not really explaining the thing, I guess. I know that the body is shaped like that, but I don't know how to explain it, and that part, just it's one of the reasons. It's something that I realized that that I am actually lacking in that field, like, because for a long time, I've always thought, oh okay, I understand it, and while in fact it's not actually the case, and the thing is, whenever I was in university, right, and the lecture would always ask, do you understand? And I'd always say yes, but thinking about it now, it's something that I just knew how to do it, but I actually did not understand it completely, like I said, as long as you feel like there's a gap in your knowledge, then you don't understand the subject completely.
Showing off all of the things you missed, all your interests.
Right. Getting some of these light brown colors, just to break it a little bit, so it doesn't feel like it's just two colors over here. Yo, crazy thing, right? You know the idea that if you think about something so much, it might actually happen. There was like my mother, sometimes she likes playing the lotto, right? So although it's not that much, but the fact that you want something, and it was so funny that that the way it just happened, because she comes for more again. She's like, oh no, I'm tired, and it's like, oh no, I'm tired, like, go to sleep. Like, yeah, I do, but I want to play lotto first. I was like, okay, just play it and sleep. And sleep while thinking about it. Honestly, I don't know if she did that, but the next morning, while getting while doing some exercises, she starts she's screaming, and I'm wondering what the heck. So I go to her, and he's like, nah, I just won the lotto. I was like, oh shit, you scared me. She scared me so much, and it's just that she was excited, the fact that she actually won the lotto, and the way she screamed about it. It's that, the thing about it is, seeing her, even though it's a small achievement, the fact that she won something, just it was nice to see, I guess. Sometimes I guess you just overlook some of these things that make you happy, I guess. Although I don't know, man, like, for me, I feel that lotto is like, it's actually a gamble, right? Like, you're taking a chance. It's one of the reasons why I don't really, want to play it, because I don't want to feel like I'm addicted to it, because it can become an addiction. I mean, I know that some people that would just spend the last of what they have just to on the hopes that they actually win the lottery. I guess I feel like if you want to play or gamble something, don't, how can I say it, like it shouldn't be something where you spend all your money on. Have a budget for it, that's okay, but when you just overspend, hoping that the end result might make all the losses worth it. Honestly, that might never happen. I know it sounds like negative thinking, but it's a realistic thought, that you should focus on the present, not too much on the future, I guess. Right. Feel like I'm forgetting something over here. You know what, actually I am, what I'm gonna do is, okay, should this be, I'm gonna add a gray color actually. Yeah, I went straight to creating the, what do you call this, the rust, that I actually forgot that I actually add something here right after the AO, where I know it's lighting, it's something that you do with lighting when you're coloring, but it just helps as well here to actually see the forms of these objects properly. Okay, I'm actually gonna change the name. Right. Yeah, it's just something that I forgot actually. Unfortunately, gray is the only color that you only change the value of it. You can't just play around over here. Right, so let's see it. I don't want it looking anything close to this one actually, or anything darker than this, the AO color. So okay, what I'm gonna do is change this one, because I'm gonna change the values here of these two. also just gonna hide this for now. We're not, I don't need to. Ooh, okay, wait. Second thought. Actually, yeah, no, I'm just gonna leave it this way because I'm gonna work in masks, I guess, in the solid mode.
But you hurt me so much that I had to leave you. Girl, I thought that you better. We'll be perfect together. But you hurt me so much that I had to leave you.
Let's see how it looks. The mask, you know, this working in solid mode, just sometimes it's a little bit confusing. It makes it look like what you did on here is actually correct, but it's not always the case. Switching back into material mode, you know, just to see how it looks like helps a lot. Just making sure that, you know, okay. You know what, actually I'm actually gonna hide the other ones because I'm just coloring them. You know, when it comes to anime, Dragon Ball Z has always confused me, you know, like it's a story that has so many, you know, what's this, fans for it, but I don't know, I think maybe it's because there's not much story they can add to it. Maybe that could be the reason, but you know, you'd expect that, you know, that since it has so many fans that they would try and create more stories, I guess, just to keep the fans entertained. Because that's, you know, like when you look at DC and Marvel comic stories, right? They are always bringing the same, using the same characters, and you know, especially DC, you know, I mean, look at how many stories of Batman there are, you know. I mean, you think people like would be fed up about you know, all of the stories of Batman, but that's not the case, you know. They're actually engaged. Some of, you know, the people who like Batman are actually engaging with these stories. Some of them, I guess. One thing I don't, you know, comics, they just, no, I prefer the stories of comics being in live action, but reading the comic itself, you know, it just feels so weird. It's one of the reasons why when I tried reading Star Wars, it's just, you know, it just didn't feel the same as watching it, I guess. You know, I wasn't as interested in the stories, you know, as when I watched the stories, I guess. The same thing with you know, all of these the Avengers and all of them, you know, if I actually went and read the comics, I'm not gonna be as interested into them as I would when watching a movie, I guess. I know, you know, it's, in a way, it is like the original source of the material is the comic, so obviously reading from it, you know, you get to understand a lot more, but it just doesn't feel, you know, for me it just doesn't feel like reading it from the original source, you know, is as exciting as it is when it's showcased in a movie. I don't know, I don't feel that hype, I guess, as others do when they read the comics. But I do that with manga and, you know, Eastern stories, I guess. It's weird. I guess, you know, it's something that I grew up doing, that, you know, it just feels really weird doing it with uh, comics, I guess.
You can see straight through my light. Oh, there's something in my chest that I can't hide. When feelings get involved, I'm terrified.
Honestly,
I've been
it's like, you know, it doesn't feel like there's hype in it, you know, when you read comics. You know, I mean, I know it might there's a lot of you know, comic readers, but honestly, it's the stories. I know it's good stories, but I don't, just doesn't have as much hype as you would read manga. You know what it feels like? It feels like reading the what's this? Watching the comic versions. I mean the animated versions of the stories. Like when I was watching the what's this? Batman's animated series, right? I don't know. It's just I like the fact that they brought in new enemies every time. I mean, it would be boring to watch different the same enemies. The character interacting with the same enemy all over. Over and over again. That's it's for me just it's annoying. So that the fact that they brought different enemies was something that I kind of enjoyed in the animated stories, but I don't know, it it always felt like I was just watching someone doing something, and it was actually wait, I'll be back. Yeah, I'm back. Just pest control. They wanted to know at what time they should come, so right now since I'm streaming I was like, nah, maybe tomorrow. Alright, let's see it with this part. Huh. It has cooled down right now, the computer, so I don't know how it has cooled down, but yeah, it's confusing, I guess. What am I looking for? Map? No, not mapping. Map range. Map range. Actually, no, it's, I need to see it with this color. Let me do this. Is that the right color? Doesn't look like it's the right color. No, that's not the same color. Why is it getting darker here? Okay, wait. I think I know why. Because I muted this. That's why. It's a slight effect, but you know, it's what it does is just tells me, you know, the change in plane, I guess, direction of the plane, and that's what I actually want, you know, in comparison to not that. When comparing it to the fact that, you know, it's just like this plain color where, you know, you can't see much of the detail here, and then over this I just prefer that, you know, it breaks that plain color, I guess, that and this. But for now, let's just do it like this. All right.
One specific frequency.
Let's color these over here as well. You know, one thing I don't understand is this and grease pencils. I've always thought these were actually the annotation and the grease pencil. I've always thought, you know, they were the same thing, because, you know, you're just drawing, I guess. I don't know, and then you watch these videos where they do grease pencils, and then start to see that it's actually a lot more different. Although I have done grease pencils drawings, but back then, I it was so confusing. I always thought that this is grease pencils brought in what's this brought into these other modes, I guess, but I didn't realize that it was it's a separate thing, I guess. It's not part of grease pencils. I always thought it was part of grease pencils. Oh. They fly without a travel visa.
Homie, day and night. Got the party jumping, about to break the ice. Stay up on my grind, that's my way of life. I got tunnel vision, I'ma chase that ray of light. Stay up on my grind, that's my way of life.
Just gonna paint them first, and then go back to the what's this material mode to see how they look, before trying to change them. Hey yo, Liverpool, whenever sometimes it surprises you, especially since this season it has been doing so bad, man. Like, oh man, I've been wooing for, it's been a sad season for it, and although it's sad, a sad season, it does definitely have its moments, I guess. Especially during the moments that I feel that, could be important moments, maybe. Like, just like, yesterday's match with Manchester United. That I didn't watch the match, but the fact that they won that, it's it just brought back that confidence in the players, I guess. I'm hoping it does, because they definitely need that. I mean, it's probably one of the wins that they needed, because when the start of the season, the first big match they lost against was the Manchester United match, actually, with them. It just, when you thought of it during the pre-season matches, you would think Liverpool was gonna do better after that, but the fact that the whole season they actually did not perform well, that that was a sad thing. And you know, with this win, although it does not mean that they might do good starting now, but you know, it's a good thing, I guess. It's something that brings a good feeling about it, you know. One thing for me, I already acknowledge is that this season is a season where they needed to struggle, you know, and it had to be at some point, you know, they had to reach a point where the team needed to realize that, you know, they are not as young as they used to, you know, and they cannot be as active as, you know, how they were when, you know, like, look at Van Dijk right now. What, he's 30 years old, I'm not sure. And you know, it's not, you will not have that much the same energy that you had, you know, other times, I guess. You know, even just a 1 year difference can, you know, change so much with everything, you know. It can cause a big change, you know. A person can do so well in one season, and then the following season they do the worst, I guess. And it's not that, you know, they are not trying the best. It's just that, you know, you've reached a point where you're not as active as you used to be, I guess. And I feel like that's what Liverpool is right now, you know. It's at a point where most of its best players are not as active as they used to be, you know. What it needs is, although it needs the same players, but it also needs new new players with the same attitude as them, you know. I mean, like, I think that's how they, you know, they will be able to go back being one of the best teams. Honestly, it's, for me, it's still the best team, you know, because I'm a huge supporter of it. But what I mean is, by the, what's this, based off the achievements that they do, they can go back being one of the best teams. You know, the thing about for me, that I feel that, you know, is the biggest challenge is the Real Madrid match. You know, them, you know, constantly losing out against Real Madrid is, it's something, you know, it's a reminder, I guess. I feel that for them, they should think of it as a reminder, you know, that don't think, you know, you've reached a level where you're untouchable, you know, because, you know, they've even lost again, you know, in the UEFA with Real Madrid. And I feel like if they lose the other match, you know, it can be a good thing, and it can also be a bad thing, you know. Like, if they, you know, for me, what I worry about is the mentality of their minds, you know, after the loss. If, you know, you lose and you can keep the same energy as you did, you know, before, then, you know, then I would say that, you know, a lose shouldn't be something what's this shouldn't be too much of a concern for you. But the human mind, and humans are not like that. They are not built like that. They will, every lose, it makes us lose that motivation, I guess. It's a sad thing, but it does, and it's not easy to what's this it's not easy to get used to losing. I don't I if anyone tells you get used to losing, it's easy, just do it. Honestly, I feel that those type of people are the people that haven't lost enough, I guess. Sometimes losing can actually break people, and that's a sad thing about it. I think that's probably one of the reasons why they are not performing as they did the other seasons, because that loss with Real Madrid that they had last year, I think it was the year before, during the UEFA. I'm not sure if it was last year or it actually, no, the year before, right? It just, they might have not shown it, but I feel like it crumbled so many of them. Like, it was something that they wanted for so long, right? And not winning it, especially against a team that they've lost so many times with, it's, yeah, that is emotional. It hurts. It hurts a lot, I guess. Mm. Right.
Careful with your pretty eyes and run with me.
Let me unhide this.
Cause you and I are a secret. Feel my drift against your skin. Cause honestly, let's hold our breath. This is so real. Just you and me, let's escape, girl, tonight.
Right. Here, what I can do is, let's see.
With your pretty eyes and run with me.
I'm just gonna save this and actually go to the other file folder, just so that this can actually cool down. what I want to do is try something else, right? I have this formation, this solution, but I also want to try something else. Where, remember the checker that I wanted to create? So what I can do is try and think of it in a different way, where I create the checker, right, and then shift it to the sides. So I'm thinking, I should create some checkers here, and using this, and I'm just gonna bring this over here, connect it over there. So the idea of this is to create like checker box, right? And to do that, I need combination of this and the Y, and adding these, right? And then it gives me these blocks. I'm just gonna clamp this value, right? And with this, I want to try multiplying this. Oh no, okay, no, I prefer clamping this. And then I'm also gonna take this again, and then combine these two. Although actually I'm gonna add subtraction here actually on these two to just change the location of these. Multiply these, and then I get this checker, detail. Why is this thing? I think there's something wrong here. Okay, let me reset this. I think it's backspace. Or was it delete? Oh no. Hit Control backspace to Control backspace, Control. Okay. The thing is, I don't understand why it's creating it like that, but it's okay. Okay, so now I have these checkers, right? And with this, what I want is It's just another way of doing this, you know. Where is that? Where is that?
Children used to run and play. Look at all the mess we made. Guess I never know where it went wrong.
Now what I want to do is
Sometimes I feel like
find a way to actually move these like how I do with this, like how I do with this. I also need to, I want to do the same thing with these.
everything is falling out of place. I see trees ripped from the ground, but nobody makes a sound. I see fire burning, but I'm fine. I am nobody. The future feels so unsure. Didn't we deserve more? The burden that you left is way too heavy for me. Do you ever feel like the world
Okay. So, hey, what's up, Skittles?
gone too far? Take me back right now.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
I see fire burning, but I close my eyes. Everything is falling out of place. I see trees ripped from the ground, but nobody makes a sound. I see fire burning, but I'm fine. I'm nobody.
How are you doing? How are you doing? Just trying to understand, you know, whether this method and this method are two different things or the same thing. This one is a little bit confusing. I don't even remember what I was doing. Okay, so actually I was actually creating this and this as a mask. What is this? Okay, so I did manage, you know, to create that checker box, but now how do I, you know, make it so that it's, wait, and a combination of this. Wait, let's just see. Okay, I can play around with this to have this in a more rectangular look. Yes. Let's make it 0.7. Let's see. Ooh, okay. That looks like it's gonna be a problem. Wait, why did that do that? Okay, wait. Okay. Okay, that behaved a lot more differently than I was hoping it would, but yeah, it's actually doing. Then over here, I think it's this one. One of these greater than has to be 0.7, but it's now looking completely different actually. That's hard. Yeah, true. Okay, let me not focus on making it a rectangle right now. What I can actually do is try and just like how I did with this one, because I thought, you know, if maybe I used a different approach where I just, you know, first start with the checker, right, look of it, and then you know, then maybe I can add something like this, I guess. It's a lot more easier to understand when it's like this than, you know, when it's like this. I don't know why, but yeah, it is. I think so. What I want to do right now to this is shift like how I did with this one, where I can shift these to the side. Yeah, I think I confused myself at some point. Okay, let's do this. Where is this? I'm gonna take this, and then also take this one. right?
Mama said you're meant to burn as bright as a star among the midnight sky. All the pressure blinded me, but now I see
Shit, this is not connected over here.
from the rest.
So we're gonna do this.
Said I'd fly away, but my walls have kept me down. Now I'm lost and I'm afraid.
And connect these ones.
I'm close to hit the ground.
Actually, I want the Y scale. Y axis for now. We create the mask for this one, right? 0.7.
We're all searching for that open door. Show
Okay,
me
combine it with this one.
there is something more. I just hope I am okay with the choices I make. Maybe then I'll understand. You said I'd fly away, but my walls have kept me down. Now I'm lost and I'm afraid.
So I'm gonna take these ones and using this as a mask. I'd probably be adding and subtracting somewhere at start. It'd probably be adding and or subtracting somewhere at start. Oh, no, man, sorry. Let's see how this looks. I didn't understand that. What do you mean? Why does this look so different when it's you were curious how to offset the things, right? Add or subtract at start. Oh, okay, yeah. At the start as in probably right after the separate XYZ. Ah, okay. Okay, these are two different things, right? As you can see, so and they all fall in this one, right? They all fall in. Okay, it's not doing anything. Oh, it's doing something. Does that mean that this is not? Wait, let's do that. Yeah, okay, it is. It's working actually. It's placing these on the. Before it goes into, it doesn't. Just don't use mix IMO. Plug into mix factor of in a range of 1 to 0. Limits yeah, actually yeah. Yeah, it does. Okay, so any value above 1 and 0 will be nothing when plugged into the factor of mix. Okay, so this one is the one way, but I feel like I'm doing it wrong. This is where I'm actually gonna add the subtract over here. Subtract of that. This is supposed to be the X, not the Y. And then what I'm gonna do is have this on subtract, right? And then I can move this like that, as well as this one, right? And but I want this to be only affecting the x-axis, right? So what I can do is combine this. Yeah, my bad about that actually. Okay. Something went wrong. So the idea is that Okay, let me actually bring it back, go back, and this is a checker, right? So the idea is that when I plug this, you know, mix this with this, the checker, right, then whenever I move this value, whenever I move these values, right, when I move these over here on this checker, it only affects the, what's this, the X values, I guess. So that means that I would have to combine this so that it only affects the X value, right? And then oh, this is harder. This is the hard part. Yeah. What if I combine and then separate it? Does that make sense? Or oh man. Because if I do this, then you know it's just gonna look differently. And even if I move this, randomly adjust things until you get something like seems hard, but when you try to make a specific value control, that's when you need to dive deeper into how math works. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah, I think it's because the math is not right here. That's why I'm not getting this right. Yeah, but it's one thing I actually wanted to do, you know, try and learn procedural textures without math. Now I realize, you know, that's the difficult part. It's not that easy, I guess. Okay, wait. Excuse me. Let's make that into a black value like that. I just want to see how this is. Okay, I think you know the problem is here, way over here. So what I want to do is, without moving the scaling the pin, maybe. without scaling the pin, can I actually wait? Okay, let's make this 0.25.
Trying not to let go of my pride, but every time you come back, it's like falling down these lies again. This feeling that I have deep down inside.
No, procedural doesn't exist without math. Oh man, yeah, then I'm in deep trouble. Hmm. Okay, wait. What, you know what I'm actually trying to do? I don't know if I'm making sense, but what I'm trying to do is trying to make, you see over here, the that's the problem over here. The fact that it's not. Wait. I want this one, right? This, two of these black and white value to fit in one of this value. Does it make sense? Like you see these two values over here? This one to fit in the black value. Oh, that's actually why this is so weird. These are actually not on the same space as well. Is it because of the subtract? That's, I think it's because of the subtract, right? Yeah, it's because of the subtract that's causing that to look like that, maybe. Increase ping value. Wait, okay, wait, I think I'm starting to understand it. When I increase the ping value, right, it scales it. That's what I'm seeing. And if I have this on a 1 scale and this part, when I, that's what controls these two, the thickness of these two, right? Okay, so let's just hide the subtract for now, and you get this, right? Okay, so these do fit inside this actually when it's like this. I made it half of that, and half of this is half of that, and then this is half of this. So that's what, you know, I get when I do that. Okay, let's make this 0 for now. So if I hide this, these are overlapping, you know, that's the thing. Wait, wait. Okay, let's. Why is it that here it's or just greater than, and using generated coordinate. I gotta run off for a bit, but I'll be back in an hour. So, alright, okay, cool, man. Thanks for the help. You know what I'm actually gonna do? Because if I wait. Not much changes here. Okay, that was a problem over here. That was the problem. I was forgetting the Y value actually. And so let's see. I believe I was actually forgetting the. Why is it looking like that? It's almost like it's moving it twice, I guess. I believe I was actually forgetting the Y value. Let's try that. But can you see it? Like it's almost like it's. Wait, let's move that. Feels so weird. Actually, let's remove the Y value. I think if I remove the Y value, I get a clearer view of this. I want to try something because right now these colors are confusing me. So what I can do is change the colors of these right before they get to this part, right?
It's getting dark, I feel the
It's 0. I want this one to be 0.75. This can be 0.5. Then this can be 0.25 for now. And this is why it felt so weird.
can't find my way back to you. I'm lost again. I don't wanna run from all of this. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. So break me.
Okay, wait, now I'm gonna move these. Let's see. I'm just gonna save this. Okay, we know that these are to move that, but okay. This is the checker box, and why does it look like that now? Okay, that seems to be a problem because this one is not behaving in any way. It's this one that seems to be doing something. Alright guys, actually I'm just gonna take a break right now and I'll actually be back, and when I come back I'll actually do the texturing and try and
Here we are, we locked down in different cities.
Oh man, as I was leaving, I actually cut myself off.
Connection falls apart. Guess it's been too many years since California. Now the memories of us is all I have. See, one day I'm gonna reach ya, take a plane for many miles. We pretend that time didn't pass us by when we're on Mulholland Drive. I know it won't be long before dawn. Gotta be patient for a while.
I don't understand, why is it that it's not showing here? Here at the end result, right? When I do this, it should show the behavior of this part. You can't even see anything, nothing is moving over here. I think that's where the problem is with this actually. See, with this one you can see it has done the right. I'm just gonna remove these, or I don't think that's the cause of it anyways, so oh, interesting.
Gone somewhere and dyed my hair now. Wanna be alone. It's much to bear and you don't care, and I won't play alone. I got you in my sight. I keep all the words you said to me. I get you, get you, get you, get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, get you, get you. Now you'll beg me, please. Hey. Now I stay away. You were never meant to save me. Now I stay away. I don't hear you say you're sorry. Hate I even loved you. Hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you. Hate I kinda fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you.
There's a huge difference between this checker and this one.
Hate I even loved you. Hate I kinda fell in love with you. With you, I cried with you. Now wanna be alone. I lied for you. I tried for you. You wouldn't play alone. I got you in my sight. I keep all the words you said to me. I get you, get you, get you, get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, get you, get you. Now you'll beg me, please. Hey. Now I stay away. You were never meant to save me.
Oh shit, okay, interesting.
You say you're sorry. Hate I even loved you. Hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you.
I'm gonna do is change that and put that here.
Come with me, we'll stay up. So much to see if you just wake up, just wake up. This city never sleeps. I'm giving you the key. Yeah, if you come with me, we'll stay up, we'll stay.
Let's try and move this here over here. Let's see. Oh man, yeah.
Winter's here, the snow is falling on our car as we drive for miles to that little town called home. Tinsel hangs from every corner of the house.
Is that what I'm actually trying to do is change this into this, and in order to get this, you know, I need to shift this to the side.
Bouncing off the houses, the church choir sings aloud. Feel my heart melt. You walk through those doors for Christmas. You're all I
Am
want.
I missing?
Christmas cheer and drinks with friends we haven't seen for a while. Since I've been to that little town called home.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the other file actually, because I can't figure this out. So I'm just gonna paint while I try and figure this out.
Bouncing off the houses, the church choir sings aloud. Feel my heart melt.
I'm just gonna leave this here in a
Through those doors,
really small corner,
you're
and imagine, no, me shifting these,
all I wanted was
I guess.
all I wanted was you. All I wanted was you.
Alright, what am I painting again here? Oh, actually, yeah, I remember. It's the part where I need to show a plane change, I guess. I was wondering what it is that I'm painting. You know, so that it doesn't look like one. I want to show the areas where these inserts and all these other, you know, any bevels, inserts that are made should at least be a little bit visible, even without, you know, with just base colors only. I want it to be visible. I know that, you know, when you render it, it's definitely going to be visible, but I just want, in terms of base color, it should also be it should be, you know, you should be able to see them, I guess. Alright. And you can also make it here. I think this project will be based on the speed. It's just a guess, but by April I should be done with this actually. You know, because right now I'm just left with the prosthetic arm, so, and I've already, you know, I've speeded up by adding all of these objects into one, combining some of these objects into one, so that when I texture, you know, I texture them all together instead of just individual objects, I guess. I think that process that I was actually using in the first few streams while texturing was actually quite slow. I wasn't aware of it, you know, but it just made more sense back then to make them, texture them into, you know, as separate objects. I don't know why it made sense, but once I tried it and, you know, I realized so many mistakes, like I was forgetting to add to these objects. Like the first few objects did not have AO, and some of these other details that I'm adding right now.
Look at all you've gone through, all the crazy and the bittersweet too. All the while your heart's on fire, keeping off to your own desire. Look at all you've endured, heartaches that have crushed your worth. All the while your mind's at war, you keep coming back for more. Why do you keep coming back for more? Why do you keep coming back for more? Why do you keep coming back for more?
But basically, but with carbon fiber, the idea is to create the checker box. The checker box, especially finding this reference, made it a lot more easier to understand the process. Like first starting with thinking of it as a checker box, and then shifting things to now what I need to think about is how I'm going to take that and shift it in such a way that it's what's this? It represents this type of change that is here. I think that's what's different about this. It's difficult to get that. I think like what Skittles was saying, like without maths it's going to be difficult to understand procedural. It's a big challenge, I guess. Not that it's not possible, it's definitely possible. I mean, even I have tried it a couple of times and it succeeded, but the thing is, with maths, I think it's a lot more faster. It is, if you understand the math, then it will be a lot more faster to solve some of these solutions, I guess.
Tell me now, what you gonna do? We can do this face to face. The reckoning is coming real soon.
I'm gonna start with this side first and then just do the other side.
Can't say more 'cause I own it. Don't you know that I'm locked and unloaded? You're out of focus. Get ready for the fall.
Yeah, I'm optimizing so much, you know, like
Can't stop me now.
I'm, you know, because my computer is so slow, you know, I'm doing so much things that are limiting what I can do, but you know, I get the result. That's what matters. As long as you know it gets you the result, it doesn't matter how slow something is. Or how, you know, I feel like, you know, the end result is what matters. How long it's taking you, you know, that's of course doing something a lot more faster is better, but honestly it should not be the main focus of, you know, completing a task. Completing a task, you know, should be you completing it, you know, instead of postponing it or giving it up halfway because you think it's taking too long. Because that's, you know, that's what this project is, you know, it's a long project. Oh man, I still can't believe that I started this last year November. It's it's shocking, you know, the idea that it's such a long project. Because I was looking at just when I started these videos, and you know, I always save them, so when I check you know, through the just to see when I started these, oh shocked that, you know, it was last year November. I actually thought it was December, but yeah. I think for this object this is okay, although wait, actually let me also add here, because here the idea is to make it so that it doesn't look like a flat object, right? And over here, although it shows what the fact that it goes in, but once it gets here, it's, you know, you don't know the direction of what's going on here, so it's hard to tell exactly what's going on there. So I'm just gonna add some of this here. Okay, over here I need to move this.
Let's spark a light and see where it leads. Just you and me, hiding behind the curtain. A world so uncertain. Come and see where
Let's just see how it looks with the material. Alright, see, that's a lot more better, although it still feels weird. I don't know, it's almost like over here it almost feels like a bevel instead of some kind of insert, you know, flat surface. It almost feels like it's beveling like this, but how do you even pull it off to make it look like it's the proper insert? Here actually, yeah, you know what, I think it's okay. Just gonna go with this.
across the final crack and we see through you. You'll always be a part of the circus. The circus.
Oh, wow, that's okay. Alright, just gonna bring the other objects back.
The circus.
Okay, this object here is not gonna be visible, so I'm not gonna focus too much on it. Actually not gonna do anything to it. It's mostly inside and it's not gonna be visible, so the next one that I should be working on is these ones actually. This one, no, the circle thingy, or the, what is it, the cylinder thing in moving in circle. Just gonna leave it like this. It's not gonna have that much detail, I guess. It's a small object, so I don't even remember why I added it like that. Yeah, some of these things, you know, just look I added so many things that did not, make sense as to why I was adding them. It sounded so cool, when I thought of them, like, oh, okay, you should create an object that looks like this. Once you start thinking of it in, how it functions, then you start to wonder, okay, why did I create this? Okay, wait, it's difficult to zoom in. I wonder what causes that. Like, sometimes it's difficult to zoom in into an object, other times it's so easy to do that. Oh man, Skittles was here in the weekend. Oh man, how the hell did I miss that? Because it's one of the things that I would have gone if I was aware that he was coming to perform, but yeah. Yeah, it's annoying, that an artist that you don't mind listening to just shows up in your neighborhood, and well, it's not technically it, but in the same country where you are, and you miss the concert. Okay, shit. This thing is definitely not moving. It's because it's so small, I guess. It's a small object, that's why it's difficult to zoom in into it, maybe. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I just prefer coloring it. I don't know why, but selecting things would make it a lot more difficult. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna color it like this. It's the way I was doing it is really annoying me, so it's so slow. I'm sure his concert must have been amazing. Like, I say that, but I've never been to, you know, his concert. Not even once. But I don't know. It's because everywhere he's been, it's been places where, you know, I've never been able to go. I guess it's either it's too far away to go, or you know, it's not in the country that I'm in, or you know, I've missed it in some way. But this time, you know, I definitely would have made it. Oh shit, just didn't check, you know, any ads or anything of what's going on during the weekend. Like I said, it was a really lazy weekend. Oh man. Hey, welcome back, Scribbles. Just talking about Skrillex. Do you watch it? Have you ever listened to his music? Or oh, it's so slow to move this around. I don't even know how I got into, you know. Actually, wait, I remember there was one guy back in high school, right? That guy used to like dubstep music. Back then, I didn't even know what dubstep music was, and I'm sure he's still doing it wherever he is. And he would go to, you know, these concerts and talk about how amazing dubstep music is. I remember, you know, he's, you know, the way he advertised it was so convincing, you know, that I even started you know, playing around with FL Studio just to understand what he was talking about, you know. And I think that's how, you know, I got to know how what dubstep music was and FL Studio was. I didn't even know what it was back then, you know. It was fun. It was peer pressure, right? You listen to someone advertising something so good, you know, sounds so good that you want to try it yourself. I don't mind dubstep, but usually a bit repetitive, like orchid sound. That's true, that's true. It's, you know, that orchid sound is what they usually like. People who like dubstep music. It's just that, you know, that sound that just breaks that, you know, rhythm, I guess. I like more electro and house. Yeah, hello. This is so slow. Okay, anyways, my laptop is starting to heat up now, so it's gonna go back to this, the math, the difficult math. But first, let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's, you know, it's a slight effect, but it's definitely working. What the heck? Why is it so much here? Okay, let me just smooth these. Huh? Did I texture on a different? Oh, it's the same thing. So why is it right below here? It's so different. I like stuff that flows and that too. Electro. Who do you listen to when you listen to house and electro? The one I listen to with house is I don't know. I used to listen to. I've listened to some of David Guetta's. I don't know if that's how you say his name. David Guetta or David. Yeah, that guy. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I've listened to some of his music. And who's this? I don't know if you know Black Coffee. Poke me. You're pretty. You're picky. Okay, wait. What the fuck? Like, even if I like a genre, it's usually only specific songs. Ah. Yeah, I get it. It's for me like what's this? When I listen to like what genre is it? Is it like I forgot what genre it is, but you know, there are only a few songs that I would listen to, and the other ones, you know, it just once you dig deep into the to the other ones, you know, it's just, for instance, like country music, you know, yeah, there are only a few songs that I would listen to in country music. that, you know, I enjoy, I guess. YouTube. It's like a chill tool. Like a cheers of old stuff, and though that's one of my favorite. Yeah, I'm like that with all genres. Jeez. Ah. I like kind of bits of a lot of genres. Yeah. Yeah, no, for me it's just I listen, the most that I listen from is I would say house music. I listen to house music a lot, and other genres I do listen to, but only like what's this? I would say that only a few artists that I would listen to, like for instance, in dubstep, I would listen to Skrillex music because I've heard of I mean, yeah, Skrillex music, because I've heard of his music. I've listened to some of his music. So there's also this artist that I like, forgot his name actually. I used to listen so much of his music actually. Let's check. Ludwig. I need to watch this guy's videos. I've missed some of his videos. What was it? Was it something like Gorilla something? No. You know the artist, I forgot his name. Something like Gorilla or something like that. I think it's wait, let me check. I think I was listening to one of his songs a few days ago. I'm not sure. He's that artist where all of his music is always like a cartoony, his videos, he's always having these cartoony animations. Just forgot his name. I listened to some of his music. That's the thing with so many of these artists. I listen to their music, but I forget their name. Yeah, that one. Yeah, yeah, that. I listen to some of his music, but yeah, I just forget his name. Shit, something is playing. Let me just. It's a band though, not just one person. Really? I thought it was. What? Wait, no. I always thought it was just one person. Are we talking about the same? Oh shit. I always thought it was one person. I don't wanna lie. because I'd always see this character actually being shown. So in my mind, you know, I always thought it was one person. Maybe that's the lead singer. Yeah, yeah, I like some of their songs. Uh, oh, okay. uh, an English band formed in 1998 by music him and Al. Oh, okay. From London. Oh, the band particularly consists of 4 fictional members. Okay. Ah, I always thought it was just one person. Because you, like most of the, what's this? I've never searched, you know, about it, but so it's 2 people. I always thought like it was just like what's this? It was just one person singing and, you know, like maybe doing the drums or some other things, or having someone else edit the music, I guess. I didn't think it was a band. Okay, back to this struggle of math. Excuse me. But in the music video, they pretend like it's a whole band and have characters. No, you know what? I know that there are more than, you know, there's more than one character in the music videos. I just, you know, whenever I see it, I always see this one character where that is the lead character, you know, that sings. So I'd always assume that the other characters are just characters made so that it doesn't feel like you have one character, you know, in the entire music video, I guess. I always thought like there were side characters. Oh man, you know, just to support this main character, you know, I guess. Okay. I really don't know how to tackle this thing actually. The part that I get confused about is when I have to combine these actually. I think it's like because they are doing everything on a computer. On computer, they are doing roles of each character, if that makes sense. So are you saying that? Wait, are you saying that on every wait? I think on every song there is a different lead. I mean, if that's the case, then I did not pay attention to the songs, to the music videos. On every music video, there is a different person that's the main character, or what? Because you know, if I feel like if all the characters look the same, then you would start to notice that, you know, it's a band. Maybe I didn't even realize that all the characters are the same, if that's what you're saying. uh like usually in a normal band there's a guitarist, a singer, a drum, right? So they made characters for the jobs they do. Okay, now there's always the same. And then I just didn't pay attention to it. You know what? I didn't pay attention to the other characters. I just only paid attention to that to this character actually. Where is it? This character. I've only ever paid attention to this one. It's the one that sings, right? This character, I think. This one. That's the character that always does the singing, right? That's. I think that's the one I've. Oh man, why am I struggling so much with this? I know that combining these is not gonna. What the heck? That just turned into a vector. Yeah, whenever I do this, I feel like my head is gonna explode. Okay. Let me not think of that part. Let me take this and think how I can shift it to the side. This is already shifting over here. Then making that.
You don't like the lights, but it's camera time. Said take the picture, but you rolled your eyes. Now I'm mortified and still terrorized. Push me behind to get me from my better side. I wanna push you back.
Excuse me.
That's all you want, wanna wrap me up. I'm holding back, trying to get me framed, throw me in cuffs. Said I attacked you, that's just a false truth. No need to argue, and yeah, I've had enough. You follow me anywhere I try to be alone. I find you there.
Okay, every second one is moving, right? So what I need to do over here is have another one on the x-axis that's every second one is moving, and well, okay, that's moving that one. Okay, let's do this. This one shifts this one, right? The top ones. Well, this one shifts the other ones, so what I need is another one. Okay, I think I'm just doing it similar to what I was actually doing here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it like this. It feels like it's similar to that other. This is so confusing actually. How can I put this in such a way that it's not so confusing? Okay, wait. Wait. Oh, by the way, you should use object coordinates, or if you want to use generated, your best to add some math normalizer. It will make it so it shifts to the center instead of to the edge. Wait, I think I'm not. What am I using? Oh shit. Okay. Know what? I'm using UVs. I didn't even realize that. I was actually not using generated, I was using UVs. Yeah. So that'll mess up your maths too. I think that's one of the reasons why it was looking so. But the result, you know, the end result has to be what's this? The end result has to be, I need to change it back so that it matches the UVs. That's the thing. UVs is basically as generated. Yeah, it's the way it takes the center as over here, this point, I guess. So yeah. Why? I guess it's probably good for carbon fiber texture to have it work on UVs, but needs to be careful because it can give different results. Well, the thing is, what I mean, eventually I need to make it onto UVs is, yeah, I remember someone actually saying that, reading something about carbon fiber being better on UVs rather than having it on, what's this, on generated, on what's this, object, yeah, using object coordinates, I guess. Because yeah, basically you need to make it look like it's a part of the, what's this, I don't know how it's gonna look if it's not on UVs. I've never thought of it, I guess. But you need to be careful because it gives different results. Yeah, definitely it will definitely give a different result. Okay, I am stuck on these checkers. I honestly don't know how I can actually do it, make this work. The idea is to have this in such a way that the reason why I did these, right, is so that what I want is this, is to make this so that when I move these, actually let's change this to X. The idea is to make it have like three rows three rows of this. So the first row will be there, and the second row, right, and the third row, right, and I think I'm making sense. I don't know. The first row, right, the first row, what it will do is, okay, there's these three rows, and this row will be showing here and over here, right? The second row will be showing here and on every row, what's this, on every, after every second row. So, and then the third row will be doing that as well. And so over here, right, basically we have like 3 rows, like where this is also showing over here. I think this will show over there. It's, yeah, it's, you know, focus on one axis. Okay, let's, okay, yeah, maybe that's why I'm not getting it, because I'm trying to, you know, eat up, make this, you know, like all at once. Okay, let's just focus on one axis, I guess. Okay, so let's delete this, and this is the focus of one axis, right? I got them like this, right? This is what it gives me when I focus on only one axis, right? And now what I need to do is from this axis, right, make sure that from this axis, make sure that these 2 rows, I don't know if it's making sense, but these 2 rows don't show, while this one shows and these ones don't show. So that's what I want to do here, right? So to get that like that, I think this is where this comes in. Okay. It's like this and this. Because I'm using the same, you know what, let's bring this over here and make it separate from that one. So these will be separated from one another, and over here I'm gonna make this like that. Okay, this is 2 times of that. Okay, then taking this and using the factor, maybe.
Nothing could have prepared me for the high stakes heartbreak that surrounds me.
Hmm.
You want me, you won't let me go. So I burn so.
Okay, that is weird. Why is it that when I do that, right, there's something wrong with this mapping? Like, subtract right now is on okay, wait, actually it's not. It was on 0. Okay. Okay. This. What do you mean this? Oh, did you send something? Okay. Wait, let's see that. Shit. Create this pattern. Oh wow. Okay. Will that work? How? Okay, separate of that and but how do I create this pattern? That's do that and then okay, for this one I think, you know, what I'm seeing is wait, see, I'm seeing the row of this one, these ones, right, and then this one, but here this throws me off over here, I guess. I send things, the rest is really easy once you create that pattern. Okay, let's try. Just gonna try and start this from scratch and see if I can create that pattern. Where is that? Just gonna bring it on this monitor so that I can see it properly, because it's not gonna
I was so sure of our love. I never thought of any reason, a doubt about us. And now I'm right back at the start. Halfway through a bottle, baby, and nothing to know.
okay. Now let's create that pattern. In order to do that, I'm gonna need
Take it easy.
But this one should be a lot more larger than that, right? First, like this. No, actually, wait.
And you know how to forget all the wrongs and every reason why we've changed. And there's a storm inside my head. It's getting me in trouble, baby, and I can't break.
Then bringing this one and making this.
Take it easy, take it slow. We ended up just like before. So take it easy, take it easy. I thought that I could keep it low.
I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I'm assuming, you know, something like this. Nope.
Take it easy.
Let's make this lesser than. Basically, that's what that pattern is, right? Something like this. When I see that pattern, that's what I see. I don't know if it's how it should be. Yeah, it's basically the same pattern actually, like that. When only focusing on this, right? Let's zoom in, zoom out. And then this part, okay, wait. I think I made it too long. Let's just make this like that. But then it's confusing me when creating this pattern. It's yeah, no, it's confusing me. How do you get it to continue like this? That's the part that confuses me. I can't remember what the maths needed either, but it feels like it's on the tip of my tongue. No. Over here I was thinking that, you know, if wait, let's see. I was thinking that if this is, you know, this part is 2 times of this, right? This is 2 times of this, then I don't know why my gut is telling me here I was going the right way, but yeah, I just forgot the math. Yeah, it's if it's something like this, and how do you shift it now? I'm gonna make this like 20. No, doesn't. The problem is actually not there. The problem is over here, I feel. No, not this. I think the problem is actually the scale of this part. As if I can get this to cover up these 2 areas. Let's see, by 2.5. Like this. Okay. Yeah. Okay, wait. I think I might have it. I'm not sure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these. It might not be it, but I'm not sure. Hopefully it is. So what I'm gonna do with this, right, is create 3 masks with 3 different sizes, right? So the first one is this one where it's this big area. The second one will be like 2 times of this, so that would mean it's 5 over here. I think the scaling of this is where, you know, the problem is, and the third one would be 2 times of that, so that would be, you know, 10 over here. So now I am having these masks, right? I don't know if it's gonna make sense. I don't know if it's actually gonna work, but let's just try combining these masks on this part to cancel these so the first one, cancel these, right? And then I might be taking the long way, I don't know, but something like this. And then let's remove these. Let's also remove this. So much going on here. Okay. Just gonna try and understand where this is. Okay, so that is there, and then this one is this one. So I have two different values and created by, I don't think the other mask is actually needed. Now that I think about it, yeah, definitely not gonna need that. Two different values, which on these values I'm gonna plug this on. So using this, wait, where's that? Over here. And then the third one, over there. So I have all of these. Now it's just a matter of shifting these. Wait, let me just, you know what, let me group these, because that's going to confuse me even more, you know, if they're not in groups. Okay, so now it's a matter of shifting these. So this one is, where is this? What, like 0.5 maybe? I don't know, I honestly don't know. How do you shift these so that they create that type of pattern? So this will be 0.5, then 0.25 maybe, I don't know. It seems like it is. It's working, I guess. Although the problem is the fact that these are actually not. Wait. They're too far away from one another. Wait. First, need to change the length of this. Wait, actually. When I add a value node over here, the way I do this is by making a vertex strip of stepping values and then use that as a vertex offset of the pattern, but never good at shaders. Okay. Making a vertex strip. Wait, is it the? I think you remember. I remember seeing those vertex strips. Is it the ones that you sent the other time when it was, what was it? Wait, this is UV map. What the fuck? Like a robot that describes offsets. Oh, okay. Yeah. I have to sleep. Yeah. Good night. Good night. Good night. Value. Okay, that solves that. Now the problem is the fact that there's too much spacing in between these. If I can just, close that space. And what's causing that is, I don't remember. What's causing that space? It's like, I'm almost there. That's the funny thing. If I do this, it's just gonna make this a lot more longer. And in a way, I don't want that actually. Okay, wait, let's just do that. Making these ones longer as well. And let's see. Okay, I think let me also add a it's using the same value actually. Let me just put it on all of these. And what I'm actually gonna do is change I think it's the what value is this? Is it the Y? Nope. Like that. I think if I change it like this, it does something similar to that, but it still feels weird. I'm stretching it right now. Making it half of that, but I'm stretching it, and there's an even bigger problem now, because I managed to, you know, get control. What this did was now I have control of the which of these, wait, not this. Interesting. Forgot what to move to make this move to the side for these ones. I have control of, you know, it's not affecting everything. Yeah, no. It's, yeah, it's okay, wait. Where did all of this go wrong? This all went wrong as soon as I added these other parts. Let's do this. And let's just remove these. Okay, before I stretch this, I'm just gonna make these like this, and this is a mask of that, and is this always like this? I feel like wait, where is that this thing that exo, I mean Skittles showed. Basically this is what it is, right? And now from this, what I can actually do is remove the I'm gonna remove every second line like this. Remove these from this one. So how do I do that? That is taking this and having another mask, a wire mask, I guess. This one, wait, an X-Max mask, I guess. Yeah, this is what is this? How is this? Okay, I'm gonna take this, just put X over here, moving Y, and then plug this over here. Let's see. Oh wow, this is a lot more longer than. Okay, and adding this one as well. Let's see. Ah, oh man, yeah, this is challenging. It's so let's switch this to 5, and then switch that to 10. This is not needed, I don't think. It's like it actually is. Yeah, no, I am stuck now. I was on a roll and then I crashed. Oh man. Yeah, I know. It's tough. Almost like I had it figured out and then I just crashed. Yeah, I know. Guys, I think I'm gonna end it here for today. I'll try and do some research and understand what's going on here. How do you actually solve this? But it feels like I am. Excuse me. Shit. Did I eat? It feels like I'm close. So yeah. Anyways, goodbye, guys. Cheers. See you on Wednesday, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day or good night wherever you are. So cheers and thanks for joining, and thanks for the help as well. Bye. Cheers. My screen is not my, what do you call it?